And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Soul Therapy with Lady D. I am Lady D, Delphine. You all know me. Hopefully, you know me by now because you're here. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone had a fabulous Hump Day Wednesday. Hope everyone is high vibing. I said a prayer for you all in the chat that you were all protected and well, and everyone's high vibing. As per usual, I have a little bit of house cleaning. A few announcements, big announcements. Soul Tribe, big. Lady D has been invited to the prom by the prom king. And the prom king is Jason Bryan. That's how I feel. I feel like I've been invited to the prom by the prom king. Oh, wow. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, Lady D is going to be on the Light Warrior Network. That's the biggest news, folks. I think I'm more excited than that when I first met Bono's clone that I thought was Bono. And it gets even better. I'm going to be doing my own show with Soldier of Light next week. So I get two Jasons. Don't be jealous, old tribe. So excited. I love my two soul warriors. They are so good to me. So good to me. I mean, I could never repay them for what they've done for me. They have helped my business, my channel. Love them both. All right. So before talk more about that later. Anyway, I wanted to talk. We're going to get into the whole soul flame. I mean, the twin flame thing and the ascension thing. But first, like I said, I have a little bit of housekeeping. And that is, we support each other in this tribe. And so this is what we do. So I'm going to give a shout out to my soul sister, Chrissy, because she is an original OG. I'm sure all of you guys have already subscribed to her channel. If you have not, I'm going to share my screen right now. You really should, because we all love our real world Chrissy. And she's also Kristen Kelly. She's a phenomenal author. And Chrissy, please put the link to Kristen Kelly Chronicles in the chat. If you have not got her book, you really should. The Mystery of the Golden Coin, Kristen Kelly Chronicles. I am not a reader. I read this. It's a phenomenal book. Please, you really should check it out. I'm not just saying this because I love Chrissy. It really is a good book. Like I said, I'm not a fiction reader. I used to be a big reader. I can't read anymore. I'm obsessed with spiritual stuff. Unless it's spiritual, I can't do fiction. Phenomenal book. It has everything in it. So you should check it out. Also, I wanted to give a shout out to my new soul sister, Miss Sarah Ashley, who also has a YouTube channel. And we have been introduced to her through Jason and the Light Warrior Network. She does astrology. She knows her stuff. She also has a website. She does tarot readings. She does a daily tarot she's on Instagram. I think she's on TikTok. Also, go to her channel and subscribe to her as well. Because like I said before, we soul sisters need to stick together. There is no competition in the soul tribe. This is what we do. And, we help each other out and we shout each other out. That's how we roll in the soul tribe. I don't have to shout out the Soldier of Light and Jason B because they shouted at me. Everyone that's on here has already subscribed to those channels because they're original OG, man. They're the reason why we're here and we met each other. All right, so twin flames. Oh, before I forget, sorry, I will be on tomorrow night doing tarot, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I will be on the Light Warrior Network with Jason B tomorrow night. Not sure what time. Check the thumbnail. Of course, I will be on Saturday doing readings. And the reason why I do 2 nights a week, folks, is because I know everyone is struggling financially. I'm struggling financially, and people can't afford readings, and there's a high demand for it. But people can always afford a $5 or $10 coffee to get a reading. So that's why I do it. So I will be doing it Thursday, tomorrow. Oh, also, how could I forget? soul sister Chrissy, Real World Chrissy, and Sarah, Ashley, and I are going to be doing Soul Sister Empower Hour next Thursday on Real World Chrissy's channel. I believe it's going to be 8 p.m. Please, Chrissy, put the link to our live with Sarah in the if you could, honey, if you can put it in the chat. So yes, it's going to be awesome. So we're going to be doing a live with Sarah. I'm very, very excited. I really, really dig Sarah. She's like me and Chrissy. She doesn't take any shit. She's a wonderful woman. She knows her stuff. She's full of integrity. So anyway, so our new soul sister. All right, folks. So twin flames. I have been thinking about doing this for a really, really long time because there's just so many misconceptions about it. There's been people that have written books and done classes, and quite frankly, there's so many people that don't know shit about it, and there's a lot of BS about it, and there's a lot of misconceptions about it, and we are ascending soon, and twin flames are essential to the ascension. And I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and then I asked God for confirmations. And I think I got two big confirmations about whether it was the right time to do this. Love you too, good vibrations. Okay. So the reason why we all know about twin flames, and we probably have met our twin flames, is because the ascension's coming. Okay. So that's the biggest thing we need to remember about the twin flame. And that's why I put twin flames and the ascension. All right. I digressed. Now, I prayed to God and I said, when will be the right time to do this? Because I have an incredible twin flame story, and I'm not going to hide behind a paywall. I'm not going to charge money to write a book to tell you my story. I'm going to tell it because it's going to help you guys. I'm telling it because I feel that it will help. And it's an incredible story. I'm not doing it to say, oh, everyone look at me. I'm doing it because it needs to be told, because this is my testimony and this will help you all. And I have to give my testimony about it. And I can't sit here and tell you about twin flames unless I have my own story. But I have years of research, folks, and 27 years of tarot readings about twin flames and channelings and whatnot. Okay. So I asked God, if I am meant to do the twin flame, my twin flame testimony, and do this show to clarify it once and for all, give me a sign. So a couple of days ago, as much as I do not like to mention Queen Janine because of what she did to my soul brother Jason, she did do a video that helped me clarify what really happened to my twin flame. And it originally came out on Tom Number's channel a while back. Now, a couple of nights ago, my soul sister, who's in the chat, Aspiring Alchemist Carrie, who knows about my story, a few people in the tribe know about my story, she sent me this video. And when I looked at it, I'm like, this is old, because my soul sister, Lori, this was the video that I knew exactly everything that would happen to my twin flame. This was the video. But all of a sudden, she sends it to me, and I'm like, Carrie, this is an old video. I saw this a few months ago. And she's like, well, this just came out on the channel. Tom Numbers must be redoing it again. I was like, okay, well, that's weird. That could be a sign. Then, because I did a video about clones a few months back, and I mentioned my twin flame because he was cloned. And, people know I used to be friends with Bono. So the clone Bono, okay, there's Paul, David Houston, and the evil clone. But anyways, so I got a few people in the soul tribe that saw that video and know me. So I got about 14 emails of people sending me that video. So I'm like, okay, that's a big sign. Then, I think it was yesterday, my new soul sister, Sarah, Ashley, she did a daily tarot about twin flames and how about the misconceptions and how about we have to do just like totally spot on. I was like, okay, God, It is time. So it is time. So let's cut through the bullshit about the twin flame and let's get real. Okay. And by the way, like I said, I hate to mention Queen Janine. Queen Janine, I don't send you ravings. I send you a big fuck you for what you did to my soul brother Jason. And just so you know, we got the better Wonder Twin. You can keep Kristen. That's what I say. All right. So, twin flames. Folks, we cannot fall under the misconception that meeting somebody and being with someone is going to complete us. A twin flame is not going to complete you unless you've done your inner work. Your twin flame is not going to complete you and be your be all and end all. You need to do your inner work first. Now, I think I need to backtrack and let's clarify what a twin flame is. A twin flame is a very, very special soul. God created the soul. It's an oversoul, and it has a female aspect, and it has a male aspect. You're born at the same time. You were created by God at the same time. Therefore, you are never, ever apart. There is an illusion that you are apart in this time and space, but you're only apart in this time and space. You're always together in the astral, in the spiritual realm, because you are basically the same soul. I know that's hard to grasp, but this is what it is. You are the same soul. Now, the reason why we incarnated with our twin flames is because, and only because, not so we could run happily ever after and get married and have 10 kids. And like I said, live happily ever after. Unfortunately, I wish that were the case. And maybe that is the case for some people. All I know is that I've been living and doing research for the last 27 years about twin flames. And I will tell you, most twin flames are not going to be together in this life. If they are, they have to do a lot of spiritual work. Because a twin flame union is so divine and so special and so holy. It is not meant for a 3D false matrix world. It is God. It's a godly union. Now, the reason why we twin flames have reincarnated in this life is to undo the negative timelines from all our past incarnations together and to not redo, but clear any negative karma. It is all about connection to God and connection to our higher selves. This is why we want to unite with our twin flame. Because our twin flames represent the God in this shitty world. We know that we're missing something, and our twin flame represents our connection to God. That's why we want to be with our twin flame. Now, the misconception about twin flames is humongous. Everyone seems to think they have one, and everyone seems to romanticize it and think it's such wonderful. It's just wonderful. Like like I said, I'm gonna meet my twin flame and we're gonna ride off into the sunset. No, it's not that way. When I tell you it is the most tormenting and hard relationship, it really is. Now, I'm telling you about my experience and about experience of many, many people I know. I don't claim to know everything. And you can take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I don't know all the answers. I'm certainly not going to say I do. I'm just going to tell you what I know, what I channel, and my own experience. However, if you want to get together with your twin flame, the best thing that you can do is work on you. No one is going to save you. If you are needy, if you are a mess, if you don't do your inner work, if you don't have a connection with God, if you are not spiritual, if you don't meditate, if you're stuck in depression, if you're angry, if you're needy, if you need somebody else to complete you, if you are not satisfied on your own, if you don't love yourself, if you can't look in the mirror and say, I love you, you're awesome, you're not ready to be with your twin flame. Sorry, folks. And quite honestly and quite frankly, you shouldn't even want to be with your twin flame because that's selfish. In other words, you're saying, I don't want to do my work. I'm going to be lazy and I'm not going to do my spiritual work and I'm not going to work on myself, but I expect this wonderful, glorious person that is connected to God to save me and to complete me. You can't do that, folks. No one's going to save you and no one's going to complete you. The only one that's going to save you and complete you is you. You are never going to meet your twin flame or be with your twin flame unless you do your inner work. You have to love yourself. Love yourself. How are you supposed to look at your twin flame if you can't love yourself? So if you want to expedite your twin flame relationship, the best thing you can do is work on yourself. But don't do it because you just want to meet your twin flame. Do it because you do it for yourself. Do it because you owe that to yourself. You need to honor and love yourself. Folks, no other person is going to complete you. Only you can complete you. You have to love yourself on your own and be willing to be on your own and know yourself and who you are before you can even think about getting into any relationship, let alone a twin flame and a soulmate relationship. And that's another thing. There's a big difference between twin flame and soulmate relationships. Most people are in soulmate relationships. And you could be married. Soulmate relationships are not just romantic relationships. You could be soulmate with your brother. You can be soulmates with your best friend, your uncle, your aunt. But 9 times out of 10, if you're in a really beautiful, healthy relationship with a kick-ass person and you're divinely mated and you have a wonderful, loving, you have your soulmate. That's a soulmate. Okay, that is a soulmate. And quite frankly, I would wish a soulmate relationship upon you way, way sooner than I would ever wish upon you a twin flame. I don't know why it's so romanticized and people want to meet their twin flame. I'm going to lay it to you straight. It ain't romance. It ain't romance. It ain't lily white rainbows and unicorns and whistling Dixie out of assholes, folks. It is tormenting. It is a horrible thing. And I wouldn't wish it on anyone. It's hard, folks. You want to know why? Because 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be together until we ascend or just before the ascension. Okay? You're always either going to be, you're going to be married and the other person's going to be married or in a relationship. You're going to live on opposite sides of the world, or you're not going to be able together because of religion or age difference. That's a big thing. Or your twin flame dies and passes away. In my case, my twin flame was cloned and he had to go into witness protection. But I'm going to save that for the end of the broadcast. Thank you. But 9 times out of 10, folks, you're not going to be with your twin flame. Okay, I hate to say it. You're going to be with your soulmate. I'm not married to my twin flame. Okay, I'm going to speak very candidly. My husband does not watch this channel. He's very asleep. No one in my family watches this channel. So I have nothing to hide. You all know me. I already told you my story. You're going to be with your soulmate. And you should be with your soulmate because that's a healthier relationship, because I got to tell you, twin flame relationships are tormenting. You're undoing negative timelines and negative karma for past lives. That's why you're here. And you're here to help the ascension. We are in a 3D false matrix. And twin flames are very, very high vibing divine union. This 3D world is not set up for a divine union. So we're here to release and untwist all the negative timelines and all the negative karma from the past lives of our incarnations, where the cabal took us over and got in between our twin flame relationships. Now, how does this How does this, what's the word that I'm using? The word I want to use. How does the ascension play in the twin flame? Okay. Well, when we are ascending, right? What's happening now is that all these different timelines for all our different lives, we are currently untwisting and getting rid of that negative karma to prepare the world to ascend. And very much part of the twin flame is part of undoing those timelines. So we're not here to torment each other. We're not here to long for each other. And it's heartbreaking. We're here to help the ascension. And we're here to work on our spiritual growth. So when we ascend, we can make sure that we don't bring any residue or negative karma into our ascension so we can truly be with our twin flame. But folks, not doing your spiritual work and not working on yourself and being in a bad place and thinking and expecting that somebody is going to complete you or save you and love you, if you think that you're a piece of shit, you're going to get that back. And also, if your twin flame has work to do and they're not treating you right, that doesn't mean that you get mistreated and you let your twin flame keep on kicking you in the ass. You sometimes that's the whole thing about no contact. Sometimes you have to say goodbye to your twin flame in this life and you have to come back, or maybe you'll have to wait until the ascension. I don't know. Everyone's twin flame story is their twin flame story. I'm just saying, you can't, their spiritual work and their karma is not your burden. You love them and you pray for them, but you don't let them walk all over you because they're your twin flame, because you have to love and honor yourself first. God doesn't want you to treat yourself that way. And you have to, quite frankly, and if you let your twin flame mistreat you, you're in essence mistreating yourself, because your twin flame is a mirror to you. Okay? Think about that, folks. Your twin flame is a mirror. So if you're letting your twin flame walk all over you, mistreat you, you're doing that to yourself and vice versa. Now, the good news for those of us that are not, we're not in contact, we're in the no contact phase of twin flame. The good news is that you are never, ever apart from them spiritually. In my experience, personally, and from the people that I've talked to that have been in twin flame, that are currently in twin flame relationships, you are always in communication telepathically. You are never, ever separated in the spiritual realm. How could you? You are literally the same soul, same oversoul, two aspects. You are never apart. And quite frankly, that counts more than this 3D world, because we know that we are in a false 3D matrix. This isn't real. We all know this is real, and this is very, very temporary. We know that this is the illusion, and spirit is real. And so why would we want to be with our twin flames in this shitty cabal, 3D, false matrix, piece of shit world, when we can wait until right before the ascension, or when we ascend, and spend the rest of eternity with our twin flames in the Garden of Eden, this earth, the way God created it? When we can share the rest of eternity with our twin flames in heaven amongst God and our families that we are going to be reunited with that have passed on. I know they're worth the wait. It's worth the wait, folks. So you feel sad that you are separated from your twin flame? You're never separated from your twin flame. Only in this illusion, false matrix, you're never separated. You're always with your twin flame. Talk to your twin flame. They hear you. Don't ask me how, but we know we have to not think linear. We have to think spiritually. Remember, we are already our higher selves. We lowered our vibration down to be in this 3D time and space, to undo the timelines, to help the world descend, to get us and humanity and Mother Gaia to ascend so we could take back the earth for God and his children. Okay? So, you're never, ever apart from your twin flame. Ever. So talk to them. They hear you. Don't ask me how, but you know they do. Because we all know that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience. Let me remind you, because we need to be reminded of this, because we all have jobs and bills and everyone's stuck in 3D. But let me remind you folks, because I need the reminder myself. We are multidimensional light beings having a very, very disgustingly dark 3D experience. We are actors in meat suits playing roles. I'm not Delphine. I'm just playing Delphine. This is not who I am. I'm a multidimensional light being. Everyone in this chat and everyone who watches that is also. So that's real. So talk to your twin flame. Pray for your twin flame. And most importantly, work on yourself. But don't do it for your twin flame. And I will admit that twin flame, if you work on yourself, your twin flame will benefit. However, you can't work on yourself and your twin flame not work on their self. It has to be equal. So if you are having a situation where you're not with your twin flame right now and you're in the separation because there's a push and pull, pray for them. Pray for your twin flame and talk to your twin flame. I don't have the pamphlet Twin Flames 101 or How to Meet Your Twin Flame. I'm just telling you what I know. So all I can say is that take what resonates with you and leave the rest. I don't have all the answers. There is no rule book for twin flames. There is no dictionary. This is, we have to just go by what we know and what we feel. All I know is that I believe that we are going to be together with our twin flames reunited upon ascension. And this is what I've been told by my guides. I've asked God for confirmation and a lot of the spiritual channels that I watch. Also, I believe Chrissy did a reading on it. I did a reading on it. And I think Soldier did a reading on it, if I remember. So this is what I believe. I personally am hoping that we don't have to wait until the ascension, but just know there's two good things, okay? Listen, it is so tormenting to not be with your twin flame. It's very, very a confusing, tormenting relationship. It really, really is. I wouldn't wish it upon anyone. It's a divine love that you love them unconditionally and you don't understand why you love them because you can't be together. And you want to say, God, what the fuck? Why do I love this person so much and I can't be with them? Why? And I've said this so many times and I'm going to cry, but you know me, I cry. Why did you have me spiritually connected to this person and he's married to somebody else and I'm married to somebody else and we can't be together? Why? I've sworn at God. I've yelled at God. And finally, I get it. It's about our spiritual growth and our connection with God in this life and working on ourselves. And this is reminding us what's real. So talk to your twin flame, work on yourself, not for your twin flame, but for yourself, because you owe it to yourself. And like I said, if your twin flame is not in a good place, or if you're not together with your twin flame, always know that you're only separated in this time and space. It's an illusion. You're always together. Pray to God. Pray for your twin flame. And just know, I don't know when the ascension is going to be. I don't know. And anyone who tells you this is lying. Okay. No one knows when the ascension is going to be. But I believe in my heart that we will be united with our twin flames at the ascension point when we ascend. And I'm married to a soulmate. I'm not married to my twin flame. And a twin flame relationship is the hardest, most confusing, heartbreaking, torment relationship there is. Some people might have wonderful twin flame stories. I don't. And many people that I know don't. There are few that do. But in my situation, even if they're madly in love, they still can't be together because something always keeps them apart. I don't know why, but this is how it is. Okay. So there's a big difference between soulmates and twin flames. Most of us are married to or have relationships with our soulmates. And those are wonderful, wonderful relationships. Don't discount soulmate relationships. In fact, I think soulmate relationships are phenomenal and they're much better than the twin flames in this life because you get to be with them. It's not so tormenting. It's not so much work. It's not so heart-wrenching, and this isn't all this confusion and separation and the pulling and the back and forth, and the confusion is big. And you can have more than one soulmate. And just because you have a twin flame doesn't mean you can't have a soulmate and vice versa. Hold on, I just want to wipe my nose. Hold on, folks. Crying a little bit. Okay. So I just wanted to let that out and clarify this because the last 27 years that I've been doing readings and doing my research, there's been all these misconceptions of, and it all goes back to people expecting that there's going to be some kind of knight in shining armor that's going to come and rescue you. And you're going to ride off into the sunset and everything's going to be dandy. Folks, no one is going to save us. No one is going to love you enough that you're going to feel good about yourself or feel worth or feel self-love unless you love yourself, do your work, know your worth, and have high self-esteem. And what gives you the right to think that you are going to be with somebody what do you have to bring to the table if you're this needy, codependent person that has nothing to give? Isn't that a little selfish? So let's get real about this, folks. There's no saviors. We save ourselves. Just like I say, no one's going to heal you. You got to heal yourself. So let's be real. Twin flame relationships are about us connecting with our higher selves, undoing timelines, undoing karma, so we can get the world, God's children, and our twin flames to ascend. That's why we're here. If you are in this chat, or if you watch this and you're together with your twin flame, you are like very, very rare. And I applaud you because I don't know anybody that's with their twin flame. And if you are, God bless you. And that's a good sign because that means that we're very close to the ascension. And like I said before, the only reason why we know our twin flames now is because we're ascending soon. And it's a big, big indicator that we're going to ascend. And that is more exciting, the fact that we're going to ascend and take back the world and live in the Garden of Eden, heaven on earth, the way God created. And we're going to get rid of the false cabal, demon system matrix and go back to God's original creative matrix is more important and more exciting to me than being with my twin flame. However, I have to admit, being with my twin flame, it makes me want to ascend even sooner, I have to admit. All right, folks. So I hope, I'm not going yet. I still have more to say. So I hope this resonates with you all. Another thing too, there's no guilt. Like, I don't feel one bit of guilt that I'm married to somebody else and I have a twin flame. If I could have been with my twin flame, I could. But just because you're not together doesn't mean you have to wait for someone. Oh, this is what I wanted to say too. And this is something that Jason Bryan said last night, and I believe Soldier too. We can't sit here just like we can't wait for someone to save us or wait for Donald Trump to take back and wait for somebody that the money system. We can't wait for somebody. We can't sit here moping and waiting for our twin flame to wake up. We can't sit here. I mean, we have lives to live. If our twin flame can't get it together, then screw them. Go out and date somebody else. Go find your soulmate. There's nothing wrong with being with other people. You don't have to be alone and miserable just because your twin flame is not ready, just because your twin flame is still working on themselves. It's not healthy to sit there and wait. You can't wait for your twin flame. You have to go out there and live and love. And quite frankly, this society is too too much of an emphasis on romantic love. People are just, I need my love, my love. And let's face it, we all, want love. But there's so much love around. I don't know about you guys, but I feel more love in the soul tribe with all you, my new brothers and sisters, than I've ever felt in any romantic relationship. Hell, I feel more love from you guys than my real 3D parents and sister. I've got a bitch sister too, Jason. I don't have any brothers. That's why it pissed me off what happened with you, brother. I get it. We all love our soul tribe family more than we love our real family. Most of us, well, Chrissy too. We call each other. We are soul peeps. So this is more important than romantic love, folks. The fact that we found each other in the soul tribe, we found our soul families, and we're getting ready for the ascension. Okay? Now, I wanted to end this broadcast with the With or Without You video. And I did a sound check. The sound didn't work anyways, but at the moment that I did it, I got the fucking YouTube police sent an email. It must be AI, because the moment I got off the sound check, which didn't work, by the way, I immediately got an email because I got a copyright violation from that. Well, you know what I say? Fuck you, YouTube, because that's my song. It doesn't belong to Clone Bono or U2 or the cabal that took that song from me. It's my fucking song. And quite frankly, it doesn't belong to you too, because they're all clones. All right. So folks, let's get to the nitty gritty and let me tell you my testimony. Let's face it, folks. Celebrities suck. We all know celebrities are bad. They were created by the cabal, so we would worship false idols and not worship God. So I'm not telling you this story so you can go, ooh, wow, wow, because quite frankly, celebrities suck. We know that. I'm telling you this because this is my story and this is my testimony. And everything that I am telling you can be verified. I did a live on-air reading with Soldier of Light a few months ago. And I didn't tell him who it was. I just said Paul, and he confirmed it. I've had psychics, all kinds of things. I could, so many things, so much confirmation, psychics, everything. My twin flame is Paul David Hewson, who is the real Bono. He left this planet back in 1988 because he was born in a cabal family. And in a cabal family, when you reach the age of 27, you are expected to do a human sacrifice. And my Paul was a child of God, loved God, and Jesus Christ was his savior. And he said, no way. And he skipped out the back, Jack. This is a long time ago, before the Alliance and all the white hats. This is like an independent thing that happened. Now, if you're born in a Cabal family, you are taught a lot of metaphysical gifts. You are taught how to astral travel. You have access to spiritual technology. The Cabal families, if you're born in a Cabal family, there's a lot of spiritual lessons and things that happen. So the way it was told to me is he's a time traveler. This was also confirmed by readings from Soldier of Light. So apparently, I'm just telling you the story. You can take it or leave it, folks. So apparently, so he's 11 years older than I am, okay? I was born in 1971. I'm telling you my age. I'm letting you so you can figure out how old I am. He was born in 1960. I met him when I was 33 years old. I dreamt about him before I knew him. And when I saw him on MTV one day, I said, and I wasn't a big U2 fan. I was into Michael Jackson. I said, oh my God, that's the guy from my dreams. And this is after many of psychics have told me when I've sat down, you are spiritually connected to an Irish singer. Even my husband went to a reading one time and said, your wife is spiritually connected to a very famous Irish musician. And I was friends with him. But I thought I was friends with him. I wasn't. I was friends with Bono's clone, okay? The evil clone. I didn't know this for the longest time. So my twin flame is the real Bono. It's Paul, not the evil clone. And I just want to let people know that that piece of shit clone that's running around with the Clintons, with the, singing at Obama's inauguration, working in Africa, probably supplying the human trafficking and being a complete demon because he's been vrilled. He's a vrilled clone. That's not Paul David Hewson. Paul David Hewson is a good man. And his father sacrificed his mother, and he had everything stolen from him. And he's now watching from somewhere, I don't know where he is, watching some evil piece of shit clone living his life, doing egregious things, pretending to be him. So I thought it's about time that I tell you, and he deserves to know that that's not him. Okay, that is not the real Paul David Hewson. And I hate to say Janine wrote it because I can't stand Janine now, but it's been verified by a lot of people. Now, I have also got that he watches this show. He watches me. I don't know how. I don't know where he was. I wish I did. So this is my only way for me to communicate with him wherever he is. And I know it's crazy, but listen, folks, reality is stranger than fiction. When I told you I could write a book, I could, but I'm not going to capitalize on this story. I don't need to impress this story. I'm telling you the story because I love him and his life was stolen from him. And I'm sick and tired of watching this disgusting, ugly thing going around singing my songs, pretending to be him. Quite frankly, I hope that the piece of shit clone, they announced that he dies soon. Okay? And I think pretty soon that you are going to hear that Bono dies soon. Good riddance, because that's a clone. Bye-bye. See ya. So I'm telling my story because my Paul can't, so I'm going to do it. You know how Lady D rolls. So I have a personal hatred from the Cabal because of what they did to my Paul, what they did to the real Bono, and I believe that like the real Edge and the real Larry also took off. They skipped out the back, Jack. And I got that the only one that stayed was Adam. But just so you know, you two, they're good boys. They took off. They've been cloned, okay? And Bono married a she-woman, okay? Allie, his wife, was born a male. She was also in a Cabal family. He didn't have kids. They took his own, and I got this from Soldier of Light, live on air, that when Bono skipped out the back jack and took off because he wasn't going to kill people and be part of the cabal, and he wanted to, he loves God. He was a Christian. And folks, if you don't believe me, just look at 1988, 1989 Bono, right? The Joshua Tree, and then look at Zoo TV Bono, where he becomes, all of a sudden he becomes Mephisto and he's on stage dressed up as a devil. It's night and day. Now that you know it, folks, you can't unsee it. Go look at the Joshua Tree album. You tell me that he is not a prophet and a time traveler. That is all about the ascension. Go and listen to the Joshua Tree album. Go listen to In God's Country. Go listen to A Sword of Homecoming on the Unforgettable Fire. He is talking about God and the ascension. Paul is a good boy. He loves God and Jesus. Okay, he's a time traveler, and he knew about me before I even knew about him. So he wrote songs. This is all according to many readings, and the biggest one is Soldier of Light. So he wrote the songs for me and left them as assigned to me. But unfortunately, the clone and the cabal took them and they profited for them. But I'm taking back my fucking songs tonight. Now, unfortunately, I wanted to show the video, but the YouTube police said, I got a violation, and I don't need another violation. Excuse me. So, if you want the quintessential song about twin flames, and I'm not just saying this because it's written about me and for my twin flame. And if you don't believe me, I don't fucking care, because reality and my story, you don't need to believe me for it to be real. I know it. It's been proven. Live Tower reads, it's real. I'm taking back my music because the cabal stole it. Now, I wish I wanted to have it played, but I can't. So I'm going to sing my song back to my Paul, Take It Back, and I want you to listen to the lyrics, because this is the most quintessential song about twin flames. It explains it to a T. Not just because it talks about my personal twin flame story with Paul. It describes twin flames to a T. Now, I wish I had music, but I don't. I wanted to play the original video so I could watch my sexy Paul, but I can't. So I'm going to leave it at this. I'm going to say my goodbyes, sing, and probably cry and have to go off because I'm going to get emotional. So I'm going to take back my song, Fuck You Cabal. This is my song. Fake Bono and U2 have made millions and millions of dollars, but folks, I'm claiming back that fucking #1 song, With or Without You, is about me, Lady D. So here it goes. And listen to the lyrics, folks, because it's all about twin flames. See the stone set in your eyes. See the thorn twist in your side. I wait for you. Sleight of hand and twist of fate. On a bed of nails, he makes me wait. And I wait without you. With or without you. With or without you. Through the storm, we reach the shore. You give it all, but I want more. And I'm waiting for you. Sorry, folks, I'm getting choked up. With or without you. With or without you, oh, I can't live. With or without you. Yeah, you, only you. Yeah, you. Okay, everyone, pretend the edge is playing. Ready? And you give yourself away. And you give yourself away. And you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. My hands are tied, my body bruised. You got me with nothing to win and nothing left to lose. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away with or without you. With or without you, oh, I can't live with or without you. With or without you. With or without you, my Paul, I can't live. With or without you, with or without you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Paul, wherever you are, baby, I love you and I will see you soon. I love you, Soul Tribe. See you tomorrow night.